Alright, so web hosting. So we can go on the website. We see we have free web hosting down here. So the first two are nice. You can try the others. You can even read on it, see what TechRadar says. But essentially, you can open uhost. Let's see what both of them look like. So we can then click register. You can sign up with an email and stuff. I've already have one, so I'm going to log into my existing account, sign in, and you can then essentially what it is going to the control panel. So there are a few things. You can have multiple subdomains, multiple different websites. So this is going to be your website name here. So you can go to that, and it will be in here. This is the default landing page they provide for you, but you can edit that, and I'll show you in a minute. You can also open a uhost one. You can sign up. Um, you can log in. I already have an account, so I will just log in. Takes me to this control panel. Now there are a few various options in here, just to show you what the Infinity free one looks like. There's a file manager. You can click control panel, and it will redirect you to a very similar looking page. So you can see both of these are basically the same, so you can choose whichever one you want. I'm going to use uHostful for the demonstration. So you have a few options in here. So the online file manager is basically the most important thing we will look at. So then we will go, I have a lot of other folders in here, but you may only have one, so you don't upload folders in this area here. Do not upload files here. There's a default file that says that. You go in the htdocs folder, double click that. Now you're in this folder. Now they provide a default index.html file for you. You can just rename it to something index old or original, whatever you want, just so you can look back at their original file they had for you. But you can create your own, and then you can replace it. So let's see how this works. So in my case, my default website is alienator.ihostful. So I'm gonna go to this. So this is just my default web page I've created. So let's see how that works. So if I go back to the file manager, I can see in index.html. I can actually edit it in here. Takes a little while to show up. Just give it some time. And you can actually edit what you want. However, you can actually Notepad++, you can actually create your files locally in here. So we know the drill. It's gonna be doctype HTML. Let's just save this. No, here is very important. I'm going to save this file on my desktop. I'm going to save it as index. This has to be named index.html. The .html is very important, and the index. Some web hosts might use it main.html, but most of them you'll notice index.html is the file name it will look for and load by default. So that's something to note. So I save that, and now I will highlight my text because it knows it's HTML now. So then I have my HTML tag as the root. Then I will have my head tag, and I can give it a title, give my document a title that will appear in the tab. I'll say hello. And then I will, under the head, we can have our body. And in our body, we'll have all the visible components. So you don't put your head tags or anything in here. Everything you have, paragraphs, headings, images, go inside here. So I will have H1, say hello world, and I'll have a paragraph, welcome to the world. and I will save that, and let's see how this loads. So I have it on my desktop here, so I'll double click that. Hello, welcome to the world. So what I can do, I can now go and upload this file to my web server. So I'll go back into the file manager. Okay, so up here you can upload your files. If you don't have an index.html file in here, I think they have a default file that will be displayed, a default landing page. So you can then click this button, upload. You can upload as a folder. I'm gonna upload a file. So I'm gonna go on my desktop, and I'm gonna look for that index.h. So I have index. Click open, and it uploads. So now when I go to my website, I refresh the page. This is actually a website you can share now with your friends. So this is all a web host will do. They have a web server, and you have your free URL, and you can share that with anyone, and they will be linked to this page. So you can make your website as complex as you want, add images and upload it to the server. So any changes you make in here will, in your index file, you can actually edit it. See the code here. You can actually, so if I was to change this to this is my new website, and I click save, then I go back to my website and I reload. You see it updates my new website. So this is free web hosting, and you can upload as many files as you want. Here I believe the free version you have a 10 megabyte file limit on each file size, but unlimited storage.